Hey, how's it going, cats and chicks out there? You know, it is D-Man the Greaser, and I'm going to tell you some of my favorite cigar celebrities. Now, I apologize for keeping this video unedited, and especially the last video. Again, like I said, like from the last video, my computer quit working, my laptop quit working, and that was like basically how I edited all my videos on, like since 2020. And yeah, just finally quit working. I'm looking at getting a iPad Pro 2, so excited to get that pretty soon. And so for right now, for the videos right now, I'm kind of miss doing the YouTube stuff. I've been doing a lot more TikTok lately, so go check those out. But it's might as well just do a YouTube video, just because why not? You know, I kind of miss doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, so just bear with me with the unedited stuff. You know, it's gonna be very temporary. So yeah. Anyway, so this video is gonna be about my favorite cigar celebrities. And oh, and by the way, if you know what cigar I'm smoking today is, or tonight, I'm smoking or at least finishing. I'm probably gonna get another one after this one. This one is the New World Special Puro Special by AJ Fernandez. Really great caramel taste to it. Really good almond like flavor notes I've been getting, and a lot of good peppery taste. It's a really good cigar. I dig it, and yeah, and not bad for the price as well. It's like $9-10 something like that. So yeah. So I've been, and of course I posted this on my last video on TikTok of cigars of the day, or cigar ASMR, whatever you want to call them, or whatever I call them, whatever. So yeah, really good cigar. Also drinking a blackened whiskey. I, I was like trying to shoot for this video again, and I kind of had a little burn, or a little bit of like, you know, that little burn smell like you get at the back of your nose, whatever. But it's a good whiskey. I'm kind of almost finishing with it. It's great. I like it. Anyway, all right, here we go on my favorite cigar celebrities. Now, I'm not going to talk about my favorite cigar YouTubers or influencers on the internet, because I already talked about that in like a couple previous videos. I'm just talking about just some of my favorite like celebrities throughout movies, TV, you know, maybe like historic figures who smoke cigars and I really admire, and yeah. So number one is going to be Martin Kove. And Martin Kove is, you know, I'm whoever is a big Cobra Kai Karate Kid fan, like I am. You know, Martin Kove, he plays as or guys who don't know, he plays as the bad sensei. You know, from the original the Karate Kid and to the current Cobra Kai. You know, he's the guy that trained Johnny when he was a teenager. He's basically he's the anti Mr. Miyagi essentially. And watching Cobra Kai, especially like season 2 to even to the current season, you know, I always see him smoking a cigar, you know, threatening people with his like cigar cutters, and you know, and I'm like, you know, that's actually kind of cool. I can kind of, well, I haven't threatened people yet with a cigar cutter, but you know, he's kind of like almost like the same. I want to call him a cigar aficionado, even though he's been on a cigar aficionado, but he's a cigar enthusiast, and he's like a very basic guy when it comes to cigars. And yeah, and I really dig that as well. You know, cigar aficionado, back when season 3 was released of Cobra Kai, cigar aficionado like label him as the cigar sensei. So yeah, I just think that's pretty cool. And again, I'm a huge Cobra Kai and Karate Kid fan. So yeah, so Sensei Kreese is my favorite. I'm gonna name him as number one. At least my. Again, I'm not gonna like label them as like who's like my all-time favorite. I'm just giving a general number or whatever of my favorite celebrities. But yeah, Martin Kove, I'm putting him as number one. Number two is actually going to be Winston Churchill. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys who smoke cigars know that Winston Churchill was he was a massive fan of cigars. He was a very avid cigar smoker. You know, I mean, he was such an avid cigar smoker that there's a cigar size named after the guy. You know, which is like the big cigars, like maybe skinny, but tall, whatever. They call them Churchills. And so, what are the badass to have a cigar named after you? I think that's pretty cool. But with Winston Churchill, not only with cigars, like when it comes to cigars, but he was very influential, very, very, very highly respected during World War II. He got through his people during World War II, even our own people a little bit during World War II. He had a lot of great sayings. A funny guy as well. I've been kind of reading a little bit more about Winston Churchill. Been trying to look for some good biographies about him, but just his love of cigars, like as a leader, is something else. I was reading somewhere or heard somewhere where when he was probably stupid flies. That's what I get for smoking in the summertime. All the flies come out, even though it's like August. But whatever. Anyway, ADD and ADHD is kicking in. No, but yeah. So when he was about, I want to say he was probably 18. Like he was definitely like probably a young adult. Like late teenager, young adult, whatever. Of course, when he was like in college, or I would say he was in college, or what they consider like high school, like private high school at a charter school, what we have today. So before he picked up cigars, he was a very avid cigarette smoker, and his mother like handwritten him a letter, offering to put down a cigar. Like if he put down the cigarettes, she would buy him a pistol and a pony. If he did, well, he refused that offer, but he put down cigarettes and picked up cigars. There's a mosquito right here, and he already bit me, and he's like kind of in my ear right now. It's hard to kill these fuckers out here. Anyway, but yeah, I, like hearing that story is really just made me laugh. I thought it was pretty funny and really cool. And never thought once my mother would offer me a pistol and a pony if I put down cigars, which I probably never do in the first place. I don't know. Maybe the pistol part, but I don't know if I would put down the cigars, to be honest. But yeah, you guys can look at more into Churchill about his cigar love. Even during World War II. Throughout his time during World War II, Cold War, whatever. The guy lived up to be 90, so yeah. So I put like Churchill for right now as number 2. And number 3 is going to be my all-time favorite World War II general, General George S. Patton. And I only put him in there because, well, he was an avid cigar smoker as well. But he was just a badass general. I have a high respect for General Patton, and yeah. And also his love for cigars. So yeah, Patton's number 3. Number 4 is going to be a guy named Richard Overton. And he, at one point, like till his death in 2018, he was the oldest World War II veteran and the oldest American at one point. And I'm sure you guys have seen the documentary. You just check out the documentary on National Geographic. Just look up the guy, Richard Overton, 112-year-old World War II veteran. And the guy was very known for his cigars. Even though he wasn't like celebrity, but he's a celebrity in my opinion, and for a lot of the cigar smokers. And maybe for you guys who like some good influence and good intake on some old wisdom. And in the video, or in the documentary, or whatever you want to call it, like someone asked him what was his like secret to life. And he said it was God, cigars, and yeah, that was, and whiskey as well. And yeah, so the guy was an avid cigar smoker, and he said that he would smoke up to 12 cigars a day. And I'm like, shit, I mean, I can go up to maybe 2 or 3 cigars a day, but never 12. Never 12 cigars a day. And the thing I thought was pretty cool and pretty ballsy to do. And look, he was like 109 or 110 years old at the time. And look, you can cut and light your cigar however the hell you want. In the video, he was actually smoking. He was lighting a cigar through his like little gas stove like in his house. And I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, Richard Overton, great guy, great hero. May he rest in peace as well. Number 3 is the guy that played as Cosmo Kramer in Seinfeld. Now, you guys don't know, one of my favorite Woo! Got the hiccups now. Thank God for that burp from that's whiskey. Anyway, so as you guys don't know, probably my all-time favorite sitcom ever is Seinfeld. And of course, everybody knows Kramer, you know, the guy with the crazy hair. He's always like a very much comic relief, whatever. He's like the kooky guy, which I can definitely relate. Like a lot of his style, a little bit comes from Hepcats, whatever. But he's also a big cigar guy. Of course, he was on Cigars Aficionado back in the '90s, and I just thought he was always a funny guy, funny dude. Also, who loved his cigars, so I give a lot of credit for him. And you know, also watching Seinfeld, I'm always smoking a cigar when I'm watching Seinfeld half the time. Mostly like when I'm outside or at the cigar lounge. Seinfeld's always playing, and it's, of course, Kramer's smoking us on a cigar. So I'm like, yeah, I can sit down, watch Kramer or just any Seinfeld episode and smoke a cigar. So yeah, so Kramer's up there in one of my favorites. Next one is gonna be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger, another cigar aficionado. He has his own ways of cutting cigars. You guys can look that up. But you know, if you ever watch any of like a lot of like Schwarzenegger's movies, maybe not Terminator or like Kindergarten Cop, but a lot of times in a lot of his movies, he's always picking up a cigar, and I'm like, and he just looks like a fucking badass, like smoking a cigar. You know, I'm gonna put my political opinions about him to a side, but just like look him at as an actor and a celebrity, whatever. And I think he's actually a pretty cool, badass cigar smoker. So, yeah. So he's like number 5 up there. Oh yeah. Next one is, well, I don't know how much of a cigar smoker he was, but you know he was definitely smoking a lot of cigars in his movie, and that is John Candy, especially when he was playing as Uncle Buck. And him smoking a cigar, like whether it's like in his car, with the scene where he was gonna go have that meeting with the principal for his niece. He's smoking a cigar in his school, looking like a fucking looking like a boss as well, and also smoking a cigar. Like he's always like he had like the cigar or whatever, and just a funny dude, lovable guy. And I always like got a kick out of him smoking cigars. And another reason why I just like smoking cigars as well as John Candy and Uncle Buck. And yeah, so yeah, no, I like Uncle Buck, or at least John Candy as a cigar smoker. Any more cigar smokers? Pierce Brosnan, you know, James Bond, whatever. Even though he's more of a pipe guy, but he also has a love for cigars as well. So I also dig that as well. So yeah, so that's just a very few basic celebrities that I like who are big cigar guys, you know, one last guy I also like, and this is controversial, you know, you can agree to disagree, you can agree with my opinions or agree to disagree with my opinions, but I also like Dennis Prager from PragerU, all-time good conservative guy, you know, he's a big cigar guy, you know, he has got a lot of tips about cigars, and so yeah, I always dig about him with cigars. And yeah. And 2 other honorable mentions is the late Rush Limbaugh, big cigar guy as well. He was huge on the radio. I loved listening to him when I was a kid, and probably up to the time till he died back in 2020 or 2021. You know, I always liked listening to him. I liked listening to his podcast, whatever. He was a very insightful guy. So yeah, Rush Limbaugh, definitely one of my favorite cigar celebrities. And the last honorable mention, I just had him in my mind. Who was it that was a big cigar guy? You know, I'm just having a big Joe Biden moment. Yeah, I'm just having a big Joe Biden moment. But yeah, there's a couple other guys though too out there. So that's just a basic general rule of thumb of some of my favorite cigar smokers and cigar guys and film and just in a celebrity world. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you really I just remembered Guy Fieri. Yeah, that's it, Guy Fieri. You know, he has his own line of cigars with Eric Espinoza with the knuckle sandwich. He's a big cigar guy, Flavortown, whatever. So yeah. So yeah, that's just that. Again, that's just a basic, general celebrities that I really enjoy and I like who are huge cigar guys. And yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry if this is like all me rambling on a little bit, and I'm sorry for like the unedited stuff. Like I said, I really hope you guys like this video. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, do whatever you please with this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Remember, stay positive, stay calm, stay strong, have a good cigar, and GTFO, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later, dig it, bye, and have a good cigar.